Yo,
Yo,
There you go.
Tory, it's good, man.
what's up, man?
Tory, I was a little
What's
shocked.
up, man?
I was a little shocked by you on that clubhouse call, Tory. I'm gonna
All
be
right,
honest with you.
let's have a man to man. Let's do this right now. So what was the issue, brother? I want to
Oh,
know your whole thing. So I'm not gonna interrupt you. I want you to have a full floor, and then
okay.
I could say mine.
So I mean, I think and by the way, I've alluded to it on here because I'm usually kind of open with my stream, but like I've left most of the stuff and the details of why we, haven't seen eye to eye recently, kind of like offline. And I even said to multiple people who knew, I was like, yo, listen, man, things are gonna like me and Tori's gonna be fine, but he's going through a very stressful time, and when you're going through a time where like you don't even know who to trust, and you're watching people maybe even be different people in a particular time, things like that will happen. So I didn't take it too personal, but I'm not gonna lie, I was shocked when, and again, that's what I'm asking my audience because I thought I heard it then, but I've been listening to audio, I haven't heard it since. I thought you came on the clubhouse chat, and I felt you made like a comment like, "Yo, Act, do you know how many people your platform has killed?" And I felt like, wow, it's kind of crazy how just everybody on that line who seemed like they had many negative or gripes against the platform didn't take accountability. Like I was on there really like, and I was down to take accountability for a lot of Chicago stuff, but when it came to just even regular rap stuff, like Meek Mill was accusing me of things, and he wouldn't even take accountability of him sending me stuff negative against other artists. They're accusing me of starting beef, but they're not taking accountability of them also
Right, right.
adding on to it. So when I heard you say that, I'm like, damn, Tory, you got to realize death is it's a really heavy weight for
Serious thing.
anybody to carry. And I believed, and you could tell me if you said that now, but I thought you said, "Yo, Act, you know how many people died because of your platform,"
Act,
and I took some offense to that if you did say it.
No, I did say that, but I think you just misconstrued what I was saying that for and what I meant by that. And honestly, Clubhouse is a room full of a bunch of niggas talking at the same time. So sometimes you start a topic and another nigga cuts you off before you get to finish it. Now, when I said what I said to you, all I was saying was it's not really your site, and that's why I have to say also, it's like one thing I did say and I tried to say, but then 21 ended up saying it was like, yo, it's not just Act. It's also what we're posting as rap niggas. Because what we're posting, he's just reposting. Like that was really my only thing when it came down to that point. Now, when it came out to what I'm saying as far as like, yo, you saying or me saying that niggas could die off that site or niggas been dying off that site, it's not that you showing the beef to the world is what can make niggas die behind certain things. Sometimes it's the way that you're posting it. Like I've had a situation in the past when I first ever heard of you, where I don't know if you remember this. It might have been like one of the first things you ever really reported on me, but it was me and P Rain. Remember me and P Rain had that little issue,
Mm-hmm.
and you reported like, yo, these guys got an issue because Tory said all that shit about the six and P Rain wasn't having it. So P Rain, and this is you on a YouTube video,
Mm-hmm.
P Rain wasn't having it, and da 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 da, and this, that, and third. So P Rain said, listen, you little Brampton ass nigga, da 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 da, when in all reality, and me and P Rain are so past this was years ago. That situation was about a girl that he thought I was trying to holler at. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but the way that you interpreted it to the people made it seem like, yo, this nigga just came and stepped on me on some, you know what I'm saying? And I just didn't do anything. And then sometimes that embarrassment is the thing that makes niggas react and do things that's out of character.
Yeah, and
And
go ahead, go ahead.
when niggas do things that's out of character, it's not your fault, Act. That's why I didn't get to finish my statement, and I'm sorry that if it came off in a way that was just like, yo, I'm coming at you. I just wanted you to be considerate of like, yo, sometimes it's the way that you're posting things that sometimes heightens the beef. Because sometimes I ain't gonna lie, bro. There's been times where I don't even be that mad about a situation, and it's not only your site, and that's why I didn't understand even with the Meek situation. I didn't understand why he was only coming for your site because it's a bunch of sites doing this. That's why when Meek was talking, I never said anything. I never sat there and was agreeing or doing anything on certain levels. The only thing I said was what I'm saying right now. I just never got a chance to fully elaborate. But if it came off like I was coming at you in a disrespectful way, then that's a different story. Act. I think you think that at certain points I'm gonna just be like, nah, Act, I don't fuck with you because niggas is around. I've never been one of those type of niggas ever in life. As you know me, I say what I say. I fuck with the niggas I fuck with. I fuck with you heavy for a long time. You've done a lot to put my career on. But at the same time, there's been moments, and not just in my career, but in other things that I'll see, and I'll be like, damn, Ack, I ain't gonna lie, bro. You could have. This is messy the way you did this, and it's gonna make niggas react in ways. And I've seen niggas die behind certain things. Just me, just being in the streets and seeing niggas, like, you get what I'm saying? And that's all I was saying. It's not one of those things where I'm like, your website is responsible. I wasn't doing what Meek was doing to you. And I think that you're taking his energy and putting me a part of it. And it wasn't that. I never was on that app and belittled your site. I love your site. The niggas on your site love me. Because at the end of the day, they know I'm a raw, ruthless nigga that's gonna do what he wants. And they raw, ruthless niggas that's gonna do what they want. So it's never been one of those. And I've seen you holding me down. So when I did say to you yesterday on the phone, it's like, before we even got on this Discord, I hit you yesterday. I texted you and I said, yo, bro, you told me on the Clubhouse yesterday that I owed you an apology. I think certain things were miscommunicated on that app yesterday. Me and you have to have a man-to-man, because maybe I do owe you an apology, but I feel like you owe me an apology on certain things, and we could talk about those personal things away from the internet. But I felt like, yo, it's something we could have had a man-to-man conversation about. I hit you yesterday and said that. So I don't understand why, you know what I'm saying, you couldn't just call me and then we could have just had this conversation, cuzzo.
Tory, I hear what you're saying. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, you're one of the few rappers who, like, I felt like, I could talk to, I could hit up anytime, and also someone who's been really, like, considering, like in moments that the internet don't even think about me, and like it's like snowball effect, because just like you at times, the internet gets down on a few people, and you're the butt of the joke, and nobody cares. I just felt like, and we don't have to discuss that particular whatever between us, but bro, I tried to. I called your phone. I tried to reach out to you. I had other people reaching out to you. I wanted to talk to you because I valued the relationship that we had. I and and
Right.
and and I felt really like, damn, he won't even like just hear me out. He's just like, fuck that. I don't want to, like, I don't even want to speak to you. Okay, cool.
Nah, honestly, Act is just was like this, bro. I'm gonna be a buck with you. I am the type of nigga, like, in life where I look at life like this. Even in the industry, if I wouldn't have hung out with you in school, if I wouldn't have hung out with you in high school, I'm not hanging out with you, my nigga, in real life. I don't care how famous you are, what you do, but if I would have hung out with you, just because I just thought you was a funny nigga, or I just thought you was just like a nigga I would have hung out with, I'm gonna fuck with you. That's how I am. You're a nigga that I feel like I would have hung out with in high school. So it's like one of those ones where I showed you love to the point where it's like I told you things, and still to this day, like, minus the last 2 months or whatever the case has been going on, but it's been things where it's like I've showed you and told you certain things where it's like, dog, I'm only telling you this because I fuck with you, right? Like, I know that you could take this information and go really crazy with it. Like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I told you certain things because you're my man's, fam. I've never ever been a nigga who's been scared to be like, yo, this is my dog. I don't care about what niggas got to say about me. Niggas say good things about me one day and then they say bad things about me another day. I'm not tripping about that. You've always been somebody that's been in my corner. So when that situation happened, it felt like, yo, whoa, this is the wrong time to not be in my corner, dog, because everything's coming out crazy and making me look crazy in this time. So I felt a little betrayed. And I was like, damn, dogs, like, instead of me blacking or doing what other niggas is doing and talking bad about you on the internet or saying, yo, this nigga's I didn't do that, dog. I just stepped away from the situation. I was like, yo, we'll talk when we talk, but I'm not ready to talk to him right now with all the things going on. You
and
know what I'm saying?
and by the way,
I'm.
And by the way, that was, like, to be honest, that was respectable. Even though I didn't understand, I would have rather us talk, but I understand that. And again, I interpreted, and like, I looked at that situation. I said, Tory's going through a lot. I said, we gonna get back on the same page later on, but right now he's going through a lot. I guess why I was surprised is that the first time I heard your voice, I didn't think it would be on a Clubhouse chat with 6,000 people. And it instantly,
Honestly, I didn't know what the chat was. I just seen welcoming Akademiks. I thought it was a fucking. It just turned into some shit when I was just like, I looked at who was in the chat and I was like, I don't know how this chat's about to go. I seen my brother Trav in there. You know what I'm saying? I seen niggas in there. I was like, I don't really know how this chat's about to go, but I knew that you and Meek had something going on. I was about to leave the chat because the chat was getting boring. It was just a bunch of niggas making fat jokes and shit, and it's like, it's just cool, but I got things to do. Like, you feel me? But then you and Meek came in there. I'm like, it's kind of entertaining. I want to hear these niggas talk about what they got to talk about, my nigga. Like, you feel me? I stayed quiet during that. And the only time I came back in was actually a big up. It was like, yo, I'm gonna be a buck. We can say what we want to say, but at the end of the day, I don't want to watch the academic site if it doesn't have the controversy on it. So at somewhere we have to kind of draw some sort of line. That's and I came back and said that you can fact read it, you can fact proof it, you can go read, listen to
that's
it.
true.
You feel me?
I think like yo, man, yo, and that's why even I was saying with Meek, it's like I was like, you know how long and how many people I've talked to. I said, hey, you cool with Meek? Yo, please put us on the phone with each other. Yo, hey, I said, I don't have to do no interview with Meek. I never asked for an interview with Meek. I knew Meek, who's a person who's going to be in this culture, and I think I'm going to be around as well.
I'm not gonna lie, you handled yourself with the Meek situation. I think well. I mean, at the end of the day,
I tried. I tried
you handled the situation well. I'm not gonna lie. I swear, I didn't say shit. I was just listening.
I tried for so long.
And it seemed like a couple of times. It seemed like a couple of times he was saying certain things, but then there'd be those moments when you would challenge it, and then you were right with the challenge, and he didn't want to answer those. And that's why I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna step out of this conversation because this isn't really my conversation. Before Meek got there, that's the only time we were having our small thing. And then when we started I realized, I'm like, you know what? We in Clubhouse right now. So I kind of stopped, and I stopped the what I was talking about at the start. You know what I first started talking about? It was our situation. Then I was like, you know what? This isn't the right place for this. So then I stopped. But then other niggas was already going on.
And Tory, truth be told, like, man, I've been waiting for a call, like, yo, a DM, like, yo, bro, yo, let me hear you out, and let me tell you what I thought, and let me get my shit off. Like, we men, like, despite this internet shit, and again, especially when I feel like, me and you, we communicate off the internet shit. I wanted that conversation before it was public. You know what I mean? Like,
I wanted that conversation too, but that's also why I said this is not the time for that conversation. There's a lot more that I wanted to say to you, and there's a lot more that I will say to you when we get on the phone in private. But I didn't want it to be on Clubhouse. That's why I stopped myself. You feel me? I didn't continue. Our conversation wasn't a Meek Mill and Act conversation. Our conversation wasn't near longer than 19, 30 seconds, bro.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying? So,
and also, by the way, like, even
and
with,
I also wanted to have that conversation too, but just regarding the last information I told you, and then it going somewhere, it was like, damn, Act, like you're the only person who knows this information I just told you, and then 2 days later I'm hearing this information, and then you're like, yo, nah, I got that information from so and so, but I'm like, damn, Act, if that was the case, why don't you just call me and be like, yo, my nigga, I got this information. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I got this information right now, my nigga, and at the end of the day, bro, like, I'm put it out, but I got it from this person. Just so you know, as my dog, this nigga knows or is saying this shit and is spreading this too. So I want you to know it's gonna come out, but I'm saying it because I got it from this person. And I'd have been like, all right, cool, do your thing. You feel me? Now I know what's up. My dog just let me know what's going on behind the scenes. It's Gucci. You feel me? But then when that information got out, it made it hard for me to just immediately call you back with more personal shit, like, yo, bro, why you doing XYZ when XYZ and da-da-da-da? Because it's just like, yo, bro, I already had a situation, and it's like, damn, my information has already got leaked out. Not that it was like, even when we look back at it now, it's not that big of an information. It's not that serious to the point where it's like, oh my gosh, like, we'll never come. Like, it's never one of those situations. But at the moment, it was just like, damn, this is just the principle. I'm telling you something. Keep it between me and you. And if somebody else told you this information and you about to put it out, drunk on Twitch, Hennessy app, Hennacacy?
Nah, Tory, like, I feel like
when you're Hennacacy, it's a different.
Nah, it's Academics, you're right.
Different guy.
No, but you did say, like, yo, you say, yo, Act, you almost put me in jail, and I'm like, damn, like, Tory, like, you should know, I do, bro. You know how many people, outlets, rappers who hit me up be like, yo, Act, why are you even posting about Tory in any positive light? There's mad people saying, we're like, like, you should know, they're trying to blackball you. And I said, man, honestly, I don't know what the exact facts is, and I'm just gonna say, let's be fair. Not because one person's saying something, the other person is not even that, like, okay, he was quiet for a while, but he's saying it's not true. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt until we see what happens.
And I seen you right, and I want to say one thing before we even go any further, because I'm a man, bro, and I don't have this big ego trip with myself as much as people think I do. If you ever thought that I didn't appreciate you standing up for me, or I came off in a way that made you feel less of me being that type of person that appreciated that from you, then my dearest apologies, and I owe you an apology for that, and I'm sorry. You feel me? When it comes down to that. But
I appreciate
do
that,
also
Tory.
want you to understand, my brother, like, dogs, there's an open investigation going on. And I'm not gonna get into this because I can't do
Of
this
course, of course, of course.
these. It's an open investigation going on. And I get certain things look great for the site and certain things look great to be the first person with the information. But with all consideration, you're my dog. And like, I just want you to be a little bit more considerate of my case at the time and the fact that there's an open investigation going on. Not that I didn't want that information to go out. I wanted you to say everything you wanted to say. But it's like, at the same time, everything has its time. Like, I couldn't even say what I wanted to say for 3 months because my lawyers is telling me not to. So it's like, everything I have is course and time. And when it's this course and time, me knowing that you playing by the rules and just trying to make sure that everything's straight by me, and you trying to help me because you know at the end of the day, bro, I'm innocent. It's like, I would have told you certain things that you need to know in this time so you could have the information that you need to know in this time. And why I'm moving so crazy and why I'm able to be so happy, bro. It's reasons why I'm doing this. And so at the end of the day, I just we could talk about this further off
Of course, of course.
the shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, that was my only dismay about you. Is just like, yo, my dog, like, we've been in so much more situations, and we've kept it G with each other throughout the whole situation. Like, yo, this is what's really going on. This is what's, you know, that nigga. And we'll keep it G with each other. And I just felt like this was the first time that I didn't have that thing with you, my nigga. So it gave me a distaste in my mouth. Like, damn, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? That was my dog. I don't know why he would do that to me. That's all it was.
And Tory, truth be told, and I'll say this sincerely, if it appeared that I may have been undermining your case or anything jeopardizing your freedom, I apologize for that. I think, we'll speak much more about the situation. Like, I felt that some information, even though you're my dog, didn't come from you. And because that was already kind of being talked about in certain circles, that I could, I mentioned few things. And again, you may have took that like, nah, I told him that, or whatever the case, whatever. And you might be like, yo, damn, he's betraying my trust. So I'll apologize for that. I will say, though, regardless with that situation, again, we're going to deal with it, and I'm pretty sure we're going to be fine. I guess, like, my whole thing is that, here's the thing, and I'm glad you even, by the way, I think this is and to everybody who's listening, yo, this is a real move by Tory. Tory's never little niggered me. And I always want to let that be known. He's never little niggered me like, yo, now I'm too big to be even talking to you right now on
honestly,
this platform.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. That was the only part of the clubhouse where I really wish I could go back to, and on my mother, like, word to my mother's grave, bro. I really wish I could go back to and be like, yo, Meek, honestly, can't be belittling this nigga's platform, because he's one of the only niggas that's made the platform this big to the point that we're arguing about it on Clubhouse. Like, A-list niggas, we're all here arguing about it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was my only point where I really wish I would have stepped in and said something, but I felt like that was y'all conversation. I never came out and belittled your platform, because it's the platform that I grew up on. It's the platform that I grew up on.
And really, honestly, I guess the only thing that I was like, I felt I kind of felt bad about, because I was like, yo, man, I seen what happened when niggas started to turn their back on you, and I seen everybody jump. Yo, let me tell you this. You know, one thing, I remember Meek or somebody else asked me about my legacy on that. Man, I'm going to tell you one thing that y'all should know Akademiks for. There's been many times where an artist has become the black sheep and everybody has turned their back on him for one reason or another. They may have made a mistake, or they might be misunderstood. And I never ever looked at that artist and say, I'm going to rock with...
Fucking covered.
I still covered it. I gave them the benefit of the doubt. I mean, if you guilty, you guilty, but like, I'm not gonna be jumping to judgment, because
what niggas gotta understand is like, yo, bro, and I'm not just here just agreeing with you because we here now. Like, if we ever get into another clubhouse conversation, it's like that. I'm gonna voice certain things that I should have voiced in the first conversation. But I do want to say this is like, yo, and I do got to give you your roses when it comes down to this. Sometimes you do be doing bullshit, but you my dog, so I gotta call you out and say sometimes you do be doing some bullshit.
Of course.
I be doing some bullshit sometimes.
Yo, listen, we all do bullshit.
One thing that nobody can take from you, whether it's Meek, Dirk, me, 6ix9ine, whoever the fuck it is, you've built brands on that platform. That no matter what niggas is saying. If you post about something 8 times, it builds a brand on that platform. And you've built niggas. And so the one thing I heard somebody say in the clubhouse, niggas was like, you know, well, you do you understand like you taking food out of niggas' mouths and da 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 da, but it's like at the same time, you put a lot of food in niggas' mouths. Pause. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, like you've helped a lot of niggas as well. So it's not like I wanted you to also understand, like I said, bro, the point of that clubhouse and what I felt like it was coming to at some point, regardless of the other niggas that may have been in there and said a little things. The point was what 21 was saying. It's just like, yo, bro, it's not to come down on you. It's just to help you grow or help you be more considerate of certain things that niggas may think. Like, you get what I'm saying? Or niggas may feel
No,
when
of
you
course.
do certain things. You feel me? So I
Of
was just trying to
course.
give you a basis of like, yo, bro, it's 50-50. You've also helped niggas, but at sometimes it's points where it's contributed to things that niggas have died behind or niggas have lost, certain things behind. And so it's just a consideration with how and certain things like, and at the end of the day, again, I'm not your mom, I'm not your dad, bro. I really don't give a fuck what you do. You know what I'm saying? I think that you're iconic for being you. All the iconic niggas in life were never iconic just because they did everything that niggas wanted them to do. The iconic niggas in life are niggas that did shit because nobody wanted them to do it, and they just fucking did it and was like, oh, nigga, I'm doing this, nigga. Fuck what y'all niggas talking about, nigga. As wild as this is, I'm doing it. That shit is what makes niggas iconic. And so at the end of the day, nobody can take away from your legacy of who you are and what you've done for the culture. You cover shit. You're a journalist. You cover shit, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? To the point you have a team that goes and finds shit and covers it for you. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's just a consideration and a 50-50 consideration of like, I might be going a little too far with this post or how I'm posting this. You know what I'm saying? Let me just
Of
y'all
course.
should clean that up. You know what I'm saying? That's all.
I felt I went on there and I try to admit that, man, I'm not saying I did everything right up to this point, but I'm trying to get better, and also I'm down to hear some guidance from people. And there were some people who were trying to be constructive, and then some other people who, when the nigga don't like you, they don't like you, brother. They don't want you to exist. They don't want you to have a platform. There's nothing you could do. That's why I told someone, I'm like, yo, hey, I've like some of the Chicago stuff, the Warren Chirac, I stopped doing it. Somebody said, by the way, today, which if everybody here is listening, they told me about a really nice, individual, nice lady. Her name is Inglewood Barbie, who helps people that are homeless in Chicago.
Shout out to Inglewood Barbie. I'm about to hit her up myself and try to do something with her.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? I just like that type of shit. That shit is incredible. That what she's doing, just out of her own, not even putting it out in the public or in the world. She just doing shit. Like, I like that shit.
Yeah, I'm working and trying to make sure. And by the way, this will be seen. Like, I'm gonna make sure like people know that I did try to contribute. And of course, this is not only a one-time thing. I'm trying to, make it a long-term. I'm trying to do better. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I guess some people, they just didn't want to hear me trying to do better. Yo, Tory, I'm glad that we at least started talking. I want to continue this conversation off of here that we could really, speak on really the personal shit.
I just never want you to ever get the wrong misconception of me, my nigga.
I ain't gonna lie. I felt a little hurt at first. I'm like, damn.
But that's why, bro, I don't even have a Discord. I made a Discord right now, my nigga, just to come on here and talk to you, my nigga, because it's like, it's one of them things where it's like, bro, I'm never gonna let this be a thing where me and you are going through a thing, because I'm the wrong guy, bro. I have no hatred in my heart for you at all, nigga. As a matter of fact, like, when niggas talk about you, I always champion you, bro. Like, so it's like
by the way, I always felt that, by the way, Tory. I always felt that, by the way, and I always appreciated it. I remember, like, man, when quarantine radio was going crazy, and like, yo, you have all these people who are just, just within the industry, other rappers like tuned in, and sometimes you're like, even when you were going at, like you were doing your rap battles and shit like that. And I know
always tag you in, my nigga.
No, of course. No, 100%. And by the way, I appreciated that because, and this is why I appreciate even 21 Savage, because it's hard to be that person to say, when everybody in that room, or a lot of people who got that clout or whatever, or that stature in the room, to say, I don't like this dude. For you to say, I know y'all don't like him, but I don't have a problem with him, and I'm going to add him to the conversation. I really respected that by you. I respected that by 21, that 21 had a point, but 21 could have just agreed with everything everybody said, but he said, nah,
1,000%. And you
let's
also gotta
be a little fair.
too, bro. At the end of the day, bro, it's niggas listening to this. It's niggas screen recording this. I have no problem taking my ego down and my pride down and being like, yo, bro, if I did something wrong, I'm sorry. That's, you know what I'm saying? Because you're my dogs like that. So it's like at the end of the day,
And
bro,
by the way,
like if I
I'm
didn't do it at that
apologizing as well.
clubhouse,
I'm apologizing as well. Like yo, again, yo, I really went into even that shit with a blank slate. I'm not coming in with mad ego. Like first of all, like with you, I just wanted to talk to you like privately first, and if it was an apology, let's do it. You know that like. Man, there's few
we
people
can
who
be
I
men about it, bro.
communicate.
We both two men. Niggas come from Jamaican culture, bro. We both two men, dog. We know at the end of the day, this internet shit is one thing, bro. But at the end of the day, bro, in life, nigga, I'ma see you, bro. I'm one of the very few rappers that does see you.
Yeah,
Like, you
no,
know what I'm saying? So
100%,
it's
man.
like, bro, like, you know, at the end of the day, dog, like it's not one of those, my nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's always gonna be love. And if it's ever anything that feels like it's not love, I'm gonna call you, bro, and I'm gonna hit you up however I gotta hit you. I texted you yesterday. You ain't hit me back, but you was on this. This is how I got to contact you. This is how I'm going to contact you. And whether or not it got to be in front of a bunch of people, I'm man enough to tell you, yo, when I'm wrong, my nigga. And if I did something wrong, bro, my bad, cuz, you feel me? And regardless of whether or not you apologize, I feel like I had to get that off my chest because I never want you to feel like I'm a hater, nigga, because I've never been a hater, cuz.
No, of course. And by the way, yo, I cherish having that even rapport with you. I cherish having, yo, we talked a bunch of times just like talking game. Fuck all the drama shit. And like, I remember even championing you even more. I'm like, yo, man, yo, Tory got this shit figured out. And yo, again, I'm glad you even, you know, pulled up here because, you know, I did feel a way. That's why I saw your message. I didn't respond to because I was like, man, yo, I wanted to talk before the clubhouse. That's why I was like, yo, man, like, I feel like we're going in backwards, but I appreciate you coming on here. Tory, I want to continue this conversation with us in private. You know,
just hit me when you get off Twitch, bro. We all good.
All right, I appreciate you, my man. I really appreciate you for this. And to everybody watching, this ain't a dick measuring contest. Pause. This is honestly two men who have had a rapport outside of what is seen publicly. And because of that, when stuff happens and it might get into the public sphere, you're supposed to get back to the point and say, let's talk about it privately. Let's talk about this, not where like we're looking at our audience and we're like, yo, well, I don't want to come across as pussy or I don't want to come across as a nigga to apologize. It's supposed to be real.
Man, bro.
You gotta be a man. You know? So, yo, Tory, thank you for coming on here. I really have to say that.
It's all love, my nigga. Just stay safe. You already know.
Thank you, my brother.